Oh boy, you're not going to like this at all. This is a review for the Boracay Hotel. First, let me tell you, it has the most and the biggest cockroaches I have ever seen in my room and at the serving area where they serve meals, which is really borderline okay because cockroaches do infest outside eating establishments. However, since I've been in the Philippines, I have not seen a cockroach except one time in Cebu. But I saw 20 on the serving area of the breakfast table this morning at 5 o'clock, at 4:30 when I got up, because there were no lights, no water, and no electric. And when I was taking a shower, the electric went off. I had the soap all over me, and I went to look for somebody to find out when the water was going to come back on. Otherwise, I had to go to bed with soap on me. But I want you to look for something. I'm going to show you the walls. There's the walls. That's the bathroom behind this wall. That's an exterior wall. That's an exterior wall. Exterior wall. An exterior wall. Exterior wall. Next to the... That's next to another suite. And this is another exterior wall. Did you see an air conditioner? No. I rented a honeymoon suite, and instead I got a room with a filthy fan. At least it oscillates. Here's your filthy fan. Look, nice rusty fan. Okay, that's one problem with renting this place. There's about 200 others. When you go to breakfast, okay, when you rent this magnificent honeymoon suite, this is the sink that comes with it. This is the bathroom. There it is, the honeymoon suite bathroom. Imagine spending your honeymoon in this place. Now have the water running because they didn't give me any toilet paper when they serviced my room yesterday, so I couldn't wipe my ass. I had to use their towels. But look, more importantly, look how powerful the water is. I'm going to shut it off. And now I'm going to turn it all the way back on. All the way on. That's your water pressure. Right there. Off, on. Off, on. No water pressure. But more importantly, when the water went off this morning when I was taking a shower at 4:30 in the morning, it didn't come back on until 6:15 this morning. It's 6:30 now. And when it came back on, it's only partial. There was no water coming out of the shower because I don't know where the shower water comes from and the other tap water comes from. Oh, I have to tell you. No toilet paper. I told you that. This is the bathroom. And the guy told me there's a bucket in the bathroom with a tampo. That's a tampo. You're supposed to throw water on your ass instead of toilet paper. That's how they do it in the Philippines. And this is a Philippines resort. Not American friendly at all. Now, let's talk about what I paid for. I paid for a honeymoon suite. Does this look like a honeymoon suite? Maybe for a Filipino, this is a honeymoon suite. And if that's the case, then that's what I got. But what I think I got is completely screwed. Because the price of the honeymoon suite was $40 a day. Rounded off, it's 5 cents difference. But $40 a day plus 12% service tax. Okay. But the honeymoon suite is supposed to come with air conditioning. Do you see an air conditioner? No, you don't see an air conditioner because there is no air conditioning. So I didn't actually get the honeymoon suite with air conditioning. So I paid for that for 2 days. And when I got here, they didn't have that. I got here at 7 o'clock at night. Apparently they rented it to somebody else and they gave me this room with no air conditioning. Now, there's no option for breakfast, but don't buy breakfast with your room because if you buy breakfast with the room, it's 120 pesos additional, but you don't get orange juice. And when you get here, if you want orange juice, the 120 pesos gives you a breakfast, ham and eggs, bacon and eggs, and coffee. But they don't offer you the coffee with the breakfast. If you don't ask for the coffee, you don't get the coffee. They don't mention the coffee. They don't even talk about coffee. They don't even show you the coffee pot walking by. They go get the cups and bring the cups to the tables as if it was a separate service. So, if you don't ask for coffee, and if you ask for coffee, you figure you're going to pay for it, so no one asks for coffee. But actually, it's included in the breakfast. But if you buy the breakfast separate, it's 150 pesos with coffee and orange juice. If you buy the breakfast online, it's only 120 pesos, but you don't get orange juice. And then when you go to buy orange juice, it costs you more than the original breakfast that if you bought it here once you got here. So you're not doing yourself any favor. Now, because I didn't get the honeymoon suite with air conditioning, and I paid 80% more than what this room should cost now, today, I paid an additional 80% online because I didn't get the room I ordered. Basically, I paid for what I ordered. Then when you bring it up to the establishment, who's the owner, Joe and Joy, the two owners, Joe had a separate conversation with him yesterday morning. I told him, Joe, I didn't get the room I ordered. He said, that's Agoda's fault. They shouldn't have booked you the suite that you ordered. We didn't have that suite available. But I said I paid for the suite. He goes, I'm sorry, we can't do anything about it. It's Agoda's fault. So, fuck the American. Now, when I told Joy about it in the evening, she told me it's because they're running some kind of special. The room is discounted. But did I get the discount? No, I didn't get the discount. So I asked her for the discount, and she told me she can't give me the discount. Only Agoda can give me the discount, and there's no refunds. You have to order it from the beginning. But I did order it from the beginning, but I didn't get the discount. So I paid full price for something that was discounted. When I got here, I paid full price for a room that was rented to somebody else, and I never got the room I paid for, and I never got a discount, and they don't want to hear about it anymore. They have had it with me asking them for my money back. But I have to tell you, yesterday, when we go outside, I'm going to show you the pool. The pool, there were 150 children in the pool Saturday and Sunday. Today's Monday. Every one of them were pissing in the pool. Nobody got out of the pool. When I was here in the afternoon and the evening, towards sunset, nobody got out of the pool because the bathroom for the pool is 7 steps down and to the right and out of the way of the pool area. It's not even close to the pool area. But no one ever got out of the pool to pee. So 150 people were in the pool yesterday and the night before, Saturday and Sunday. None of them ever got out of the pool to pee. Every one of them were drinking sodas and beers and alcoholic beverages at the tables around the pool. There was garbage in the pool, styrofoam cups. No one ever got out of the pool, and the pool is so fucking dirty, you can't see the bottom of the pool. Now I'm going to show you the pool. Here we go. It's so cloudy that basically you can't even see the dolphins. The water should be crystal clear. If you look at the pool on this side over there to the other side of the ramp where it's still dark, you can't even see the bottom. I don't know what you can see and what you can't see. Take my word, it's hard to see the bottom of the pool. So you got a pool that you can't go in unless you like drinking somebody else's piss. Okay. Now you got roosters that wake you up in the morning. All fucking night they rooster, and they're all over this property. Now it's sun's up, so there's no reason for them to be roostering. So you got a pool that you can't go in under any circumstances because the pool had 150 people in it. No one ever got out of the pool to use the bathroom, which means 150 people were pissing in the pool for all day Saturday and Sunday. You can't even see the bottom of the pool, which you just saw or didn't see, depending on what you saw. Now, let's talk about breakfast. When they serve you breakfast, you get breakfast. But they don't give you forks and knives. So now you're pissed off you don't have any forks and knives, so you ask them for the forks and knives. Then you realize you don't have any napkins, so you have to ask them for napkins. Because they spilled the coffee into the platter and all over the side of the coffee cup. So if you want a napkin, you got to ask them for that. But they didn't give me ketchup, salt, or pepper, or napkins, or water, which I asked for. And they brought my coffee cold. But the plate that they served the breakfast on is also cold. So the cold cup and the cold plate, they go together. cold and cold goes together. God forbid they put something hot on a hot plate. But the plate was cold, the coffee was cold. And by the time I got the salt, pepper, and ketchup and the napkins, the whole fucking thing was cold. Everything was equally cold. Same temperature, air temperature, 80 degrees. Okay, so we got a breakfast that you don't get salt, pepper, or ketchup unless you ask for it. If you don't ask for the coffee, you don't get the coffee, which we talked about. Now this is the Anda de Boracay. There it is, right there. Anda de Boracay. They say it's Anda de Bora, but it's the Anda de Boracay. Okay, now let's go over. Well, let's go over. Oh, we didn't have any shampoo. Oh, so the room that I booked was given to somebody else. So the room I got was a room that I should have been empty because they said, here's the key. So when I got to the room was full of shit. So it took another 35 minutes for two nice men to come and clean the room. But they didn't give me toilet paper, soap, or shampoo. So I did without toilet paper, soap, and shampoo the first night. I had it in my kit, no problem. But I didn't have toilet paper. I didn't have any toilet paper. So I had to wipe my ass with the hotel's towels. Hopefully you won't get that towel. If you do, you'll know it because it's got green stains all over it. Because whatever I ate yesterday came out green. And I'm talking green. It wasn't greenish brown. It wasn't greenish yellow. It was fucking green. So you'll know my towels if you have green towels. Or white towels with green spots. What else? The beach. Let's talk about the beach. The view is great, but the view is great in every hotel on the coast of any Philippine island. The view is fantastic. We're up a little bit higher, so you have a different view. However, the water, we're on some kind of what he calls a cove, but it's not actually a cove, it's ocean front. The dark blue water out there is where the reef starts. Where the reef starts, you would think there's a coral zone. Well, don't think like that because this is the only place in the Philippines that I have been to the coral zone where there is no coral. Occasionally, you'll see a piece of brown or dark brown or a yellowish brown coral, but it's minimal. You'll see a piece of coral the size of like a dish, or maybe the size of a 5-gallon bucket. Where I live in Panglao, you'll see coral the size of me, or the size of a car, or the size of a minivan, all over the place, live coral. Here, it's basically coral that was coral 30 years ago, but now it's not coral anymore. Now it's more covered with grass. Basically just grass blowing back and forth across old rocks. So forget the coral, forget diving over here, forget going. There's a little barge they have out there. You go on the barge, it goes like this with the waves, and when you go like this with the waves, you try to stop yourself with your feet, and you get a nail through your toe. Don't go on the barge because it's full of nails sticking through the floorboards. And aside from the nails sticking through the floorboards, the barrels that hold the barge up, they're broke. They fell out from underneath the barge. So the barge is on a 30-degree angle, and when you try to get up, it's like trying to get up a wet sliding pond. So don't bother going on the barge. Anything else? When the lights went out. The lights went out with the electric, with the water, and I went to look for somebody at 4:30 in the morning to find out if I could get water someplace else. Maybe it was working, but there's no generator on the property. No generator on the property. None. Zero. In fact, there's no battery backup lights on the property. In America, you're not allowed to do that. In the Philippines, that's fine. So there's no battery backup. There's no lights. There's no generator. So when the electric went off at 4:30, when I was showering, just my luck to take a shower at 4:30 in the morning, it came on at around 6:30. There was no lights for that time, no electric, no water, no fan, and no way to move around the property, but I have a flashlight because I'm like a Boy Scout. I have a flashlight, so I used my flashlight to maneuver around the property, but there wasn't anybody to be found. There's no phone at the desk. There's nobody at the desk. There's no bell at the desk. There's no doorbell to rings for somebody at the desk. Forget about finding anybody in the middle of the night. That ain't going to happen. But other than that, this is a great place to be. If you were paying about 20 bucks a night, it'd be a wonderful place to be. But not for $45 a night, not in the Philippines. I stay in Anda, in Alona. You can rent a place in Alona for about $25 a night with air conditioning, with hot and cold running water, with a backup generator, with a breakfast that comes clean, with forks, knives, spoons, silverware on a hot plate. But here, you pay twice as much for half the service, and the water sucks. Is there anything else you want to know? Ask me in the comment section, and I'll be happy to tell you. And to the owners that I talked with twice about giving me a refund, and they both gave me a different story. One blamed it on Agoda, one blamed it on some kind of a promotional that they were given, that the computers were wrong. Basically, I'm the one who got screwed, and they got my money, sold my good room to somebody else twice. That's business in the Philippines, and this is Michael Fazio, otherwise known as Rabbi Jew Barker, doing the hotel and the Boracay review. If you want to come here and go into a pool that's full of piss, if you need a pool that's full of piss, if you want to swim in somebody else's piss, this is the place to go. That's right, baby. Oy vey. And like Obama, the Philippines, if you're doing business with people in the Philippines, you're getting fucked. Because if Obama had a son, his son would look like a Trayvon Martin. That's one thing. His son would be in hell with the pedophile priests. That's another thing. And his son would be dead, baby. That's right. Oy vey and shalom from Rabbi Jew Barker in the Philippines. And do you see an air conditioner? Do you see an air conditioner? Do you see an air conditioner? No, there's no air conditioner. And God day to everybody.